Hello and welcome to my living room. I'm Kathleen Hershner. One of the things that I enjoy doing very much when walking around the streets of Madrid, especially in the center, is looking at all of the people, especially my two favorite types of people to look at, which are policemen and bomberos, firemen. I don't know why these types of men, I'm more interested in the male participants in this profession, but why they interest me so much. I think I like their uniforms, and I also like the fact that they always look really athletic, and they tend to be tall, sort of good-looking people. And so I'm really excited that I have one of those representatives here in the studio with me today who absolutely fits that description to a T. So Castor Rodriguez, Mr. Bombero, welcome to my living room.
Thank you.
I should set a fire so you can put it out for me.
Well, you wish.
No, you actually are you're exactly what I think of when I think of like a Spanish fireman. You're a big, tall guy who's muscular and looks like you exercise a lot.
Yeah, in this job it's very important to keep fit.
It is. Do you have to work out? Do you get exercise while you're working, or do you have to go to the gym to be strong just in case you need to do something physical?
Yeah, well, in order to keep fit, I run every other day, about 1 hour, and I go to the gym a couple of times a week, twice a week. Is
having fitness as part of your job description make it easier to exercise? Like if you know you have to, because it's required for your job, it must be sort of like, hey, somebody's paying me to be fit.
Well, yes, it's something like this. You have a high responsibility, and you know that if you are fit, you are going to solve the problems better than if you are not fit.
Do you work for a certain comunidad in Spain, or like are you a bombero for the Comunidad de Madrid, or what?
Yeah, I belong to Bomberos de Comunidad de Madrid.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that?
For almost now 14 years.
14 years?
Yeah.
What made you want to become a fireman?
Well, when I was a child, I already wanted to be a fireman.
Really? So you're one of those people who knew what they wanted to do when you were a kid?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Is it because you knew a fireman, or that you watched some show on TV where?
Well, I don't really know, but when I was very little, it was my dream, and some years later, I made my dream come true. Well, I consider myself very lucky.
Did you used to set little fires and put them out when you were a kid?
No, not at all.
No. Is it difficult work? I mean, I assume that it is, but I mean, how much action do you actually see in the streets of Madrid? I mean, do you have to go answer calls all the time, or a few times a week?
It depends on the day, because you can have a day in which you are out of the fire station the whole day, doing different things in traffic accidents, putting fire out.
Yeah, because you don't just put out fires. You guys do a lot of other things, like safety, building safety, and things like that.
Yeah, people tend to think that the only thing we do is to put fires out. But
and carry a big hose.
We do a lot of things apart from this.
Well, firemen do like life-saving things. You guys are trained in life-saving techniques, aren't you?
Yeah, when we are working, all the mornings we do simulation jobs similar to the one we have out there in real life, with real fire, with real cars in traffic accident.
You know, one of the things I've always wondered about, and since you're here, I have an opportunity to find the answer. People in a city like Madrid, or people in older cities where they live in these old apartment buildings, I'm wondering if the safety standards are really that high. For instance, in my building where I live in Opera, we don't have smoke alarms anywhere. There is not a smoke alarm in my apartment. I don't think that there is a smoke alarm in the hallway. I haven't seen one. And in the United States, this is absolutely mandatory. Everybody has to have smoke alarms in their homes. Is that true in Spain, or does this create a problem that they don't have the same protective measures?
Well, it's clear that it's a good thing to have this kind of detectors, yeah.
Yeah, but because Madrid is an old city and the buildings are old, many of them are maybe not that safe.
Yeah, it should be mandatory, but it isn't, you know. That it depends on politicians, and things like that. It's not easy to change rules, but I think they would change this kind of rules, because it's very cheap. Fire detector or smoke detector is very cheap, and it's going to give you a lot of safe. Yeah.
Well, I know you probably don't want to talk about your work for the entire 25 minutes. There's many other things that we can discuss, but it just seemed like the most obvious way to begin.
Yeah.
You are from Madrid originally?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a Madrileño. You're a cat?
No, I'm not cat, but
No.
I was born here in Madrid.
Okay, so you're born in Madrid. I know that you're married. Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I
but
don't
you're
have
married and
children.
your wife and you, I've traveled a lot. I know that about you.
Yeah. We have been in different places. Well, I would say that maybe the most amazing travel I've ever done was in Sri Lanka.
In Sri Lanka?
In Sri Lanka,
Ooh,
yeah. Marco Polo wrote in his autobiography that it was the most impressive place he had been. Well, and Marco Polo traveled a lot.
Marco Polo, who I'm vaguely familiar with, but would you agree with him? Was it a truly magical place?
Well, it's amazing. It has amazing jungles, beautiful beaches, a lot of places to visit, like Buddhist temples.
Yeah.
The animals you can find there, well, it's really great. It's really great. I was thinking that I was attacked by an elephant there.
You were thinking, you thought you were attacked?
Yeah, yes, I was.
Or you were attacked?
No, I was attacked.
You were attacked by an elephant?
Yeah.
An elephant taking on a big bombero. That must have been interesting. Well, elephants can be aggressive. What happened?
When the sun set, we were in a village in which we used to go how the elephants went from a place to another.
The wild elephants. So
Yeah, the wild elephants,
they go
of
from
course.
one
Yeah,
place in Sri Lanka to another. They have like routes that they travel. Okay.
And they had to cross the main road.
Right.
And well, it's an idyllic place to stay with the sunset. Well, we were relaxing, but there are hundreds of elephants which do it at that time.
I didn't know that there were that many elephants in Sri Lanka, but it's part of. Is it on the Indian continent?
Well, it's an island in the southeast of India.
Okay.
It doesn't belong
It's an
to
island.
India.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so hundreds of elephants go on these pilgrimages.
Every single day, from a place to another.
Okay.
During the day, go to a place to feed themselves, and when the sun is setting, they go to another place to sleep.
Right. And so one of them decided that he didn't really like the shirt that you were wearing, or what?
Well, the situation was that we were a group of about 20 people.
All Spanish people?
No,
Oh.
three of them just.
Okay.
But the situation was that people were getting closer and closer to them. And the main group passed. A mom elephant.
A mother elephant with her baby?
Yeah, a mother elephant with a couple of babies was behind the main group.
Ooh.
And when the mom elephant was crossing the path, he stared at us about, well, the distance could be, I don't know, maybe 100 meters.
Okay, so not very far.
No, well, yeah.
Not far enough.
Not very far. And apart from this, an elephant can run about 60 kilometers per hour. Yeah.
Elephants can run 60 kilometers per hour?
Yeah, they are faster than we.
Well, they're big, so I suppose when they move, they cover a lot of space with one step.
Yes, this is, yeah.
So, are they fast? Are they quick?
Well, when they run, yeah, they are fast.
when one is attacking you, they seem like they run very fast, I guess. So how close did she get to you?
I think he got about 50 meters or so, but we started to run, of course, as far as we could.
Well, yeah.
You can imagine.
Well, she was probably warning you.
Yeah.
She was probably like, okay, Giddies, you're too close.
Yeah.
Back off.
This is my place.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
But I think people don't realize that they can be dangerous. When they're in captivity, they have been known to kill their handlers. They're wild animals in captivity. I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize that bears are very fast. The grizzly bears that we have in Alaska and Canada. Those animals also are very, very fast. And people think, because they're so big and, full of blubber and fat and muscle that they don't move quickly.
You cannot imagine that they can run so fast, yeah.
I don't want to find out. When I went to Alaska once, I was hiking on a glacier, and I remember hiking along and smelling that really strong wild animal smell, like an oily, that kind of pungent. Do you know what pungent means?
No, I don't.
Pungent is when something smells really strong.
Yeah.
And pungent. It was like, I was walking, I was like, wow, not me. And so I kept walking up the glacier, and I got to the top, and there was this guy who had also been hiking, and when he saw me, he goes, oh, thank God, thank God. And I'm like, yeah, I made it. Great, cool. And he goes, no, he goes, did you see the mother bear with the 2 babies?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And they said, the guy said, yeah, there was this mother bear with 2 baby, what we call cubs.
Wow.
And she was right on the side of the trail. And he said, I was walking, and mother animals
are more dangerous than
all
the rest.
You do not want to meet them in the wild. Yeah. And the guy had walked by her, but when he saw her, he said, I almost had a heart attack because there would have been no reason for her to not just take him out with one swipe.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't see her. I just remember smelling her, getting to the top, and boy, when we went down together, guess what we did? We ran all the way down. I have never run so fast in my life. We were so afraid we were going to see it.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
It is frightening.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you are a student of English, that you like speaking in English, which is one of the reasons why you've come here today. But
yes,
when I was reading the questionnaire that you so graciously completed for me, there's a question on there that says, what profession would you like to do if you could do anything else other than be a bombero or for me to be a TV show host? And you wrote magician.
Yes, it is.
And I was like, wow, that's kind of unusual. I've never read, I don't know any magicians, and I don't know much about that profession. Do people actually make money? I guess they do.
The professional ones, they do, yeah. And a lot of people give up their jobs in order to do magic. Yeah.
Would you ever consider giving up your work as a bombero, like when you retire, to become a magician?
Well, not at all.
No?
No.
So it's just, for you, it's a hobby?
Yeah, it's for fun, yeah.
Do you practice? Do you have to practice a lot?
Every single day, yeah.
Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
No, I think if you have big hands.
Yeah.
And I think that
it's good for being my magician.
Yeah, for the what we call sleight of hand, because you have to use your hands a lot to hide things.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of dexterity in your hands?
Well, I don't want to sound boastful, but yes.
No, it's all right. I boast all the time.
Yeah.
Feel free. And I know that you have something. I've seen you with something that you can actually show me a trick.
Oh, well.
If you're not too nervous, would you mind showing us one?
Well, I can try it, but the most thing about magic tricks is that you never know how it is going to finish. Yeah.
Well, it's just like doing this program. You never really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's kind of funny. In English, we would say it keeps you on your toes.
Yes.
It keeps you on your toes, and that's why I like doing this work, because you always have to be thinking. You can't just do things like you work in a factory, where you're assembling things. One of the other things that I thought maybe you'd like to be would to be a skydiver.
Yeah.
You put in the questionnaire that that's one of your hobbies.
Yes, it is.
And I only know one person who does that professionally. He actually gets paid to teach people how to skydive, but it's something I've always wanted to do.
Come with me one day, yeah.
Are you a teacher? Do you have a?
No, I'm not a teacher, but I'm an experienced skydiver. You can jump with another person, join you.
So you could jump. I could jump out of an airplane if you are attached to me.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have certification and.
Well, not me, but you will jump with a professional instructor. I can be with you all the time. Flying 1 minute, face to face.
Can you jump by yourself?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you could like meet me in the air.
Yes.
Hey. How long have you been doing that?
For 10 years or so.
Yeah, and what made you want to try that? Just to be a thrill seeker, or just for the notion of jumping out of an airplane?
Every single time I saw these kind of activities on TV, I always said to myself, well, you have to do that because it must be amazing. And one day, I decided to do it.
What was the first time like? Like when you were standing in the doorway of the airplane and you're like, oh my God.
Well, the first time I was going to do it, to tell you the truth, in the first moment I was quiet.
You're calm?
I have confidence in myself. I knew what I was going to do.
The first time?
Yeah, but I was a little bit nervous, but not more than not more nervous than when you are going to do a normal exam.
Okay.
But when we get 4,000 meters high and the instructor opened the plane's door, while the view took my breath away, I had a rush of adrenaline, and when the instructor told me, "It's your turn," well, I didn't think twice, and I did it, but I was frightened.
Yeah.
It's scary.
But the first time you had somebody on your back, you jump like this with another person.
No, well, when you are doing the course of skydiving, the first jump you jump alone the first time you
because
jump alone.
you were not doing it just for a once or twice experience. You were doing for a single experience. You were doing it to be certified.
Not a professional because you are not paid for that, but you have a license in which you can jump from everywhere in the world and you can practice this activity.
Have you ever skydived anywhere else other than Spain?
No.
No? Would you like to?
Well, to tell you the truth, not very much, because here in Spain there are amazing places to jump, and well, when I go abroad, I prefer to spend my time visiting different places.
And I suppose, you know, if you're in the air, it could be in the air anywhere.
Yes.
It's not about where you land, it's about the experience from the airplane to the ground.
Yes, indeed it is, but well, on the other hand, well, it's a very good thing to try other places in order to, well, the landscape is different, and well, but basically it's the same. So, well, I think it's not worth it to spend time doing something that you can do here perfectly.
Yeah, I agree with you. Have you ever had a near-death experience skydiving? They say it's very safe.
Yes.
They say that
it's
very safe.
It's very safe. It's very safe. But well, I had a little problem. The first time I was going to jump, it was the first. It was the first day. But it was my third jump. In this day, we were going to jump 3 times, and when I jumped the third time,
the last jump of the day.
The last jump of the day, my main parachute didn't deploy.
Everyone's greatest fear, I suppose, when you're jumping out of an airplane at 4,000 meters.
Yeah.
So you jumped out, and you probably said, "Whoa, I'm moving a little bit too fast."
Yeah. This is the feeling you have, more or less.
And did you panic?
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I knew the answer to that question, but how? I mean, obviously there are safety measures, so you have more than one parachute.
Yeah.
You have 2.
You have 2 parachutes, yeah. 1 main parachute
I'd
and
want
1
like
emergency
5.
parachute. Yeah.
I want 5. Okay, so you have 2. So when the first one, you pulled the
main parachute, well, and if the main parachute didn't deploy, you have to release this parachute to let it go.
Yeah.
And when you are sure that you don't have the main parachute tangled, because it doesn't deploy because it's tangled, the lines and the canopy, well, you have to release this parachute and open the emergency one.
So you have to deploy the emergency
one, yeah.
What are the chances? I mean, has it ever happened where both parachutes became tangled?
Well, are very few.
Yeah.
Are very few. But, well, if you have this problem, no, in most of the cases, it's because you have created this problem.
It's your fault.
It's your fault because...
Bad Castor, bad Castor.
It's your fault because you didn't release the main parachute.
Is the emergency parachute configured in a way to sort of be foolproof? Like the first one, okay, could have a tangle, but the emergency one is a special type of...
Well, basically it's the same. What is different is the way in which it's packed.
Okay.
Well,
why don't they pack the first one that way?
Because it takes a lot of time. Okay. It takes 3 or 4 hours to pack an emergency parachute, and in order to pack a normal parachute, it can take you 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, so if it takes 3 or 4 hours, then it is packed very carefully, and hopefully you won't ever have to pack it again.
Yeah.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe your instructor, that they had created this problem just to train you to know what to do in case the first one?
Yes, of course. You have a training time the days before.
But I mean, do you think they did it on purpose?
No, not at all, not at all. Well, it happens once out of 1,000 times.
Well,
yeah,
that's
I was really lucky.
Okay. Well, we have a little bit of time left, and I want to make sure that you do one of your tricks for us. Are you willing to do a magic trick for us?
Yes, well.
As opposed to jumping out of an airplane? Okay, what would you like to start with? Do I need to be your assistant? Do I need to do anything special?
No, you don't have to do anything special. Well, for the first one, and for the second one, I'm going to ask you for anything.
Okay. Well, fire away.
Okay. I'm going to pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. No! Pull the chute, deploy the chute.
Well, this is a ring and a chain. Well, you can check it. It's normal. Well, well, if I put this ring here, and I let it drop, well, it will drop.
Yeah. Gravity.
Gravity. There is a physical law which says that. Well, we could do during the whole day this activity.
Yeah. I could even do that, and I'm not a magician.
Yeah. Let's try to do something different. It's not easy. Well, as I told you, the most amazing thing about this is that you never know. Well, I'm going to have another go, and I'm trembling. Well,
that's all right. That's all right. It's because you're
well, I got it. Well, well, I made my dream country because I love magic and I love English. Well,
I don't know how you did that, but I was watching you, and is this a memento for me?
Yes, for you.
For me to have?
Yeah.
I could make a bracelet out of it.
Yes.
I don't know how you did that, and I know I'm not supposed to ask.
Well, it's magic. Well, it doesn't have any explanation.
So if I did it, it's just going to fall to the ground.
Yeah, well, well, you could do it the whole day, but you have to let drop is the ring instead of the chain.
Oh. All right, so the second trick is the one that I am a participant in.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'm going to do it with card of decks.
A deck of cards.
A deck of cards. Well, and in order to do this magic trick, I'm going to
warm my hands up just in case.
Well, I'm going to tell you, think of a card, the one you want.
Okay. Got it.
I'm going to put the card here, and well, I'm going to tell you, do you want me to change this card for this another one?
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know if it's the card I was thinking of.
Well, yeah.
I'll change it with you. Change it with the other.
Well,
Why not?
Okay, we are going to do it. Well, what I'm going to tell you now is, please think that my deck disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking that your deck has disappeared.
Vale, well, and now tell me what card did you choose?
Ah.
No, wait a second.
You want me to tell you now?
No, yeah, yes, tell me.
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Well, I'm going to try not to touch this card until the end of the trick. Okay, well.
So we don't know if that's the Queen of Hearts or not.
Well, who knows?
I know.
Yeah. Well, you thought that my deck of cards disappeared, and look at this, because all the figures, all the draws have disappeared. Well, yeah.
All of the design is gone.
Oh, yeah, all the design is gone. For instance, it used to be the king of clubs, for instance. But you choose
the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Oh wow. What I'm going to do here is to look for two cards which used to be jokers. For instance, I think it used to be a joker.
Okay.
And,
you think it used to be a joker? Okay.
Yeah, I think it used to be a joker.
Okay.
This one used to be the Ace of Spades.
Okay, so, and there's and I can tell the viewers that there are no special, he's not cheating that I can see.
Yeah.
There's no like little pencil mark, Joker.
Yeah, it's real, it's made in pure state, well. And this one, I think it used to be the Three of Spades.
Okay,
well,
me too.
Well, what I'm going to do here is to choose these ones. Okay? Well, I chose this one because I think well, they used to be.
All right, it's all right.
I'm getting nervous, but well, I'm going to.
It's good practice for you.
Yeah, it's good practice. Well,
a man doesn't get nervous putting out a fire and saving someone's life, but doing a card trick is.
Well, you can see that all the deck is it's in blank now, and here we have one card which used to be a joker and another one. So, well, I'm going to try not to touch them. This card. Well, here we have. Well, what I'm going to do is now pay attention what we are doing. And
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. This was the one you chose.
No, I chose the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Well, it was a problem of mine. It's not the magic trick.
Well, you know what? Actually, I could have. Now that you mention it, I could have said King, and it came out like Queen.
Yeah. This is what happened. This is what happens. This is what happened in this with this kind of tricks. That the card which used to have is to appear is the one we.
Well, I want to do it. I want to do it again because we're out of time now. So offset, we're going to try it again.
Okay, perfect.
Castor Rodriguez, thank you so much for coming into my living room today. It's been a real pleasure talking to you.
Me too. Thank you for inviting me to your program.
Thank you. And it's been a pleasure talking to you too, viewers. So be sure to come back for more exciting guests like Castor in another episode here in my living room. Adios. Bye-bye.